It's time now for the Bear Chill Border News on this Monday morning, August 10th, 2015. Good morning to you all this lovely Monday morning here. Back to work. Get out your news that I zero that I talk to you at 7:30 in the morning time on this Monday morning here is in Ferguson, Missouri, where a man was in a critical condition Monday after exchanging gunfire with police during a protest marking the 1-year anniversary of the fatal shooting of Michael Brown by a police officer. In Seoul, North Korean soldiers laid 3 landmines that exploded last Tuesday at the South Korean side of the nation's heavily fortified border. The United Nations Command and Seoul's military said on Monday. Istanbul, attackers opened fire outside the American consulate here Monday morning, setting off a brief gun battle with the police. As violence in Turkey continued to escalate about 2 weeks after the United States agreed to cooperate more closely. Kabul, a car bomb exploded near the entrance of the Kabul airport on Monday, killed at least 5 people and wounded about 16 days after a series of suicide attacks in the Afghan capital killed dozens of civilians and wounded hundreds more. Warren Buffett's Berkshire Hathaway Incorporated agreed to buy aircraft components maker Precision Castparts Corporation for its biggest deal ever. After pulling on the presidential rate, Hillary Clinton rolled out $350 billion 10-year college affordability plan. In New Delhi, a stampede outside of the temple early on Monday morning during a Hindu religious festival in eastern India left 10 pilgrims, as government officials said. Walt Disney Japan apologized on Monday after a tweet sent from its corporate Twitter account which readers could question on the not special day in 70th anniversary U.S. atomic bomb of Hiroshima and Nagasaki atomic bomb anniversary. On the Iranian court held its final hearing on Monday after the decision could come within a week, his lawyer said. Israel has released all suspects that held its connected to the firebombing at the hospital that killed an 18-month-old baby. Suspect had killed 8 people in Houston, Texas, broke into the house and handcuffed the victims of bedrooms and shot them before that, he said. Madison, Wisconsin. A Wisconsin judge has sent to decide Monday afternoon whether to move the case of the 2 13-year-old girls charged with sexually classified the police or Bloodhorn character Slenderman in a juvenile court. Scottish singer Eddie Lennox's daughter Tally has been rescued following a kayak accident in New York, but boyfriend Ian Jones remains missing. Authorities believe that Montana man went missing in Yellowstone National Park on Friday was killed by a grizzly bear, according to a statement released by the National Park Service. In Hong Kong, e-commerce companies like Alibaba have changed the way people shop in China and made the things tough for brick-and-mortar retailers. It's been 4 months since Dan Press, the CEO of Gravity Payments, said available plans to provide even its most junior employees with a salary of $70,000. Athens, Greece. Greece and the international coordinator starts to put final attention to the multi-billion-dollar euro bailout, according to Monday, to keep the country financially afloat to meet an important debt repayment to the European Central Bank within days. 2 major tech firms that make the most products in China have pledged to dramatically expand their operations in India. The development decided that Prime Minister Narendra Modi's Make in India campaign started to pay off. And now look at the stock market report here. Alright, take a look at the stock market report now. 17373.38, down 46.37, SP 527.57, and Nasdaq 5043.54. The annual Pacific meteor shower will reach its peak this week, given that temperature sky watchers with a clear dark skies and potentially dazzling celestial light show. Coca-Cola has funded research to promote the idea of exercise mode is key to good health instead of cutting calories, a report said on Sunday. London, AstraZeneca has clinched its third deal in less than a week to bolster its strategically important cancer drug pipeline by setting up rights to the experimental immune system boosted medicine from Innovia Pharmaceuticals. 1 in every 3 American adults from 65 to 75 has hearing loss to some extent, whereas individuals older than the frequency increases to 1 in every 2 people according to Mayo Clinic. In Paris, Sanofi is teamed up with Germany's Zevatech and Austrian biotech firm Aprion Biologics developed a new type of human system boosted cancer medicine that can be given in tablets to fight both solid tumors and blood cancers. Peter Chell News Time, 7:35 here, and it is time now for a sports report. The Boston Red Sox take 2.5 for the Detroit Tigers after defeating the Detroit Tigers yesterday in American Park in Detroit, 7-2. Red Sox have opened up a 2-game series started Tuesday against the Miami Marlins down at Marlins Park here, with Steven Adams for the Red Sox on Tuesday night here. Pittsburgh Steelers kicker Sean Chisholm made a field goal Sunday night before his possible severe knee injury. Celebrities took to Twitter and said he remembered Frank Gifford and offer their condolences. The Hall of Fame football legend sports stars murdered Kathleen Gifford died on Sunday in his home in Connecticut. He was 84 years old. Ireland's Shane Lowry believes his breakthrough win in the PGA Tour will kickstart the next level of his career. Buddy Baker, notified a 34-year career in NASCAR's top series of 19 victories, including the 1980 Daytona 500, died Monday from lung injury. He was 74 years old. Peter Chell News Time, 7:36. Time now for our travel report. It is back to work Monday morning here on the Back to work Monday morning here at 95 on the northbound side. It's a little slow before Route 485 in Mansfield, and then hit brakes again from Mechanic Street in Sharon all the way after Route 1 in Sharon here, and hit brakes again from Watson Street all the way after Route 120 in Kenton here. Route 3 to the northbound side. It is slow from Derby Street and all the way after the Braintree split. 120 on the northbound side. Get an accident all around Route 37 in Braintree, so expect delays here. Southeast Espresso to the northbound side. So from first Quincy all the way out to Dorchester here. 9-3 on both ends of downtown Boston. It's looking good here. Mass back into the westbound side. Slow around Logan Airport here. And then mass back into the eastbound side. So from Route 9 in Framingham all the way out to Natick here. And hit the brakes again from Route 128 and western all the way out to Newton here. Mass back into the eastbound side. And so for you also the Martin tolls here. 128 on the northbound side today. So from 95 in Canton all the way out to Route 135. You need to hit the brakes again from Highland Street and Needham all the way out to Route 20 Waltham here. 120 on the southbound side. So from Reddit all the way out to Route 2 in Lexington here. Route 2 to the westbound side. So before Route 120 in Lexington here. Route 2 in the eastbound side. It is so from Route 60 in Belmont all the way out to the all the way out to the Freshpond Parkway in Cambridge here. 93 to the southbound side. So from Medford all the way up to the Zenkin Bridge. Route 1 to the southbound side. Slow for the Chelsea stretch here. Route 1 to the southbound side. Slow for the Chelsea here. Route 1 to the southbound side. Slow for the Saugus stretch here. 290 in the eastbound side. So from Route 146 to Route 9 in downtown Worcester. 146. It's a little slow around the Sutton stretch. 195 in the northbound side. Slow for the Milford stretch here. We get an active here on 120 to the southbound side before Route 3 in Burlington, so expect delays here. Route 3 to the southbound side, a little slow around Route 40 in Chelmsford and hit the brakes again on Route 3 southbound 495 low to Billbricker here. 495 to the southbound side, so from Lawrence all the way out to after Route 93 in the Andover here. 495 to the northbound side, slow before Route 38 in Tewksbury here. 290 to the eastbound side, and it is slow around Route 485 in Marlborough here. Route 2 to the eastbound side, slow around Route 485, Littleton, 485 to the northbound side, slow around Route 119 and Littleton here, up in New Hampshire. It's smooth sailing except for a few slow spots in southern New Hampshire. I-89 to the southbound side, a little slow around Route 93, Concord, New Hampshire. Baldwin Turnpike, slow after Route 4 in Durham here. On the main turnpike, and an accident on main turnpike on the southbound side in New York. In mile 12, so expect delays on the main turnpike after a gut quick and York, Maine here. But otherwise, you're good to go on the main turnpike except for road work on main turnpike on the northbound side of New Gloucester, so expect delays. And main turnpike on the southbound side. So after 295 in Gardner, Maine here. Okay, take a look at MBTA alerts here on this Monday morning here. Back to work here. Still on SL2 Detroit from 6 a.m. to 3 p.m. due to construction. Connection can be made at Norman Avenue here. On the commuter rail, Franklin Line trade 708 is stuck with a mechanical problem just before Franklin went for update 0. And Franklin Line trade 706 is currently on the move out of Franklin Line approximately 20 to 25 minutes late. And on the ferry is not looking good. Here, Chelsea time is now 7:40 here on this Monday morning here, and it is time now for a weather report here on this Monday morning. Back to work Monday here. Alright, looking at the 7-day forecast, it goes like this. Here, today, increasing clouds, high around 80 degrees. The cold wind becoming somewhere in 8 miles per day afternoon here. Tonight, punch up to 5 miles. Increasing clouds with a low end 600 degrees. That's out about 5 to 7 miles per day. Becoming cloudy after midnight here. Tuesday, rain mainly after 1 p.m. Punch up before 8 a.m. west. 137 degrees. That's out about 7 to 11 miles. Gust high is 25 miles an hour here. Transportation is 8% new recruits about between 1/2 to 3/4 of the day possible. So tonight, rain and possibly a thunderstorm may between 1 a.m. Then chance rain and thunderstorms after 1 a.m. Some source produced summer rain. Punch low at 65 degrees and south about 6 miles an hour. Transportation is at 8% new rain for miles between 1.5 inch possible. Wednesday, chance of rain and thunderstorms before 2 p.m. with a slight chance of rain between 2 p.m. and 3 p.m. Punch before 9 a.m. west. Puck South got about 82 degrees and westward about 3 to 5 miles an hour. Transportation 30%. What's that? Puck got about 62 degrees. Thursday, sunny, most coast got about 80, about 38 degrees. And Friday, sunny, most coast got about 84, about 64 degrees. Saturday, chance of showers, mostly Saturday, chance of showers, so most of Saturday podcast got about 85, about 63 degrees. And transportation 40%. And for Sunday, most of the sun's got about 83 degrees. Here, not temperature at 7:42 a.m. 57 degrees first guys. Humidity 9%. And that is going to be it for the Peter Chill Water News on this Monday morning, August 2015. Please have a good day. We'll get back to you. See you later. Bye bye, buddy. Have a good day.